Okay, this is the Coffee with Grumpy football edition, except we're not having coffee. I'm having a zero sugar beverage, and Josh is having a beer. And everybody, this is my son Josh,
Nice to meet you.
and we're going to talk about the Lions football game that we watched last night. So, what was your impressions of the game from last night?
Man, we going to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
It's going to be a Super Bowl run.
Well, first we got to get to the playoffs before we get to the Super Bowl. I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves here. The rookies last night, the draft picks.
Brian Branch,
Yeah.
interception for a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs looked really good with all his cuts and all his spins. Laporta looked really good. Jack Campbell broke up that play.
Yeah. So a lot of people this morning on the talking heads on the football networks are all talking about Kelsey and Chris Jones not being in the game, and that's why the Lions won. But I need to remind everybody that the Lions went into Green Bay the last game of the season, and they already knew they were eliminated from the playoffs. They just wanted to make sure that Aaron Rodgers wasn't going to go to the playoffs. So they beat him in his last game in Green Bay. So I had thought that when I seen the schedule, that when we went into Kansas City, that we were going to beat Kansas City.
Oh, yeah, straight off the gate.
Yeah, there was just no way that Dan Campbell was going to have the Lions not be ready to go in there and win that game. Now, they did win 21-20. Hey, in bowling, all you have to beat somebody is by one pin. So it's a W. And the game wasn't pretty in some parts of it. Am I right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There's some things that they can get better on.
And I never, not ever apologize for a win, because once you get that W in the win column, it's still a W. Am I right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I agree with you.
Okay. Do we want to look at the schedule?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Well, let's take a peek at the schedule. But first, I wanted to ask you about a text message that you sent back in August to a friend of yours.
The text message I sent to Brent?
Yeah. What did that text message say?
That text message said, sent on August 25th, I said the Lions are going to shock the world in 2 weeks when they beat the Chiefs.
So you made that prediction. Well, last night you were saying that you thought it was going to be a shootout and was going to be a high-scoring shootout.
I did. I thought they were going to score a lot more points than what was put up.
But then that would mean neither defense was playing well. And both defenses, from
they showed up.
Opinion was both teams played well.
Oh, yeah.
So, and that's what part of what the Lions have been lacking for many, many years is a defense. You usually have a pretty good offense, but the defense kind of.
Also, I feel like Aiden Hutchinson could have got a sack last night if that tackle wasn't doing that potential cheating-ish thing. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Don't talk about it.
I said, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They pretty much came out and said that he was pretty much cheating, the pulling off the line, false start every time.
I did see some videos where there was a little movement.
Oh, he was moving early.
When he was moving early, so it could have been called a false
But
start.
that leg was giving away their plays, though.
But there was a lot of holding going on too.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't called, but that's beside the point. We still got the W.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we were going to look at the schedule. So let's look at the schedule. We got. Let me put my eyeballs on here so I can see what the heck I'm looking at. Okay, so on the 17th, the day after my birthday, we got the Seahawks coming into Ford Field. What do you think? You think that's a W?
Yeah,
That
I
play-
want to see. They might use the motivation from last year when they lost that close game. So it was what, 45-42?
Yeah, I think
It was
so.
a shootout.
Yeah.
It was a shootout.
Well, you know Ford Field's gonna be rocking.
Oh yeah,
You know
they're
that.
going to be sold out.
Yeah. And you've been there.
But yeah, I think that's going to be a W.
Yeah.
They're going to have that motivation from last year.
How about okay? And then the next week is Atlanta at Ford Field.
I still think they got to find out what they're going to get from Calvin Ritter.
Okay.
They got to figure out who he is, if he can actually play. I mean, they might have a decent defense, but they got to figure out what their quarterback brings to the table and who's going to lead them forward.
Okay. So what I'll do is I'll drop the predictions, whether it's a win or loss. We can just go through the games and
Evaluate each team that we're going to play against.
how about we're going into Green Bay? We're going into Green Bay in September, not December. So the weather will be a little more favorable for those people who always question a dome team. But
Yeah.
I think that'll be a pretty decent game.
I think we're going to win that one.
Yeah.
I don't think Jordan Love is ready.
Okay.
I don't think he's ready for what Detroit's about to bring. Even though he got to watch it, I don't think he's ready.
Okay. And then beginning of October, it's the Panthers. Sorry, let me move this out of the way so you can see that.
Yeah, we get to come back and meet
We'll
old
be,
assistant coach.
yeah, we'll be. That's in Ford Field on the 8th of October. Then we go on the road for a couple games. Got the Bucks and then Baltimore.
I think Baltimore is going to be the challenge.
You think
Lamar Jackson,
Baltimore's
Odell
gonna-
Beckham.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, Baltimore's going to be pretty tough.
They can lock Odell Beckham down and lock all their receivers. And they always have a good defense, so that's going to be a good defensive game.
And then right before Halloween, we got the Raiders at Ford Field. Who's their quarterback now? Derek Carr?
No,
No,
he went to the
no, that's
Saints.
right. That's right. He went. They
They
went
got
over to the Saints.
they got Jimmy G.
Oh, they got Jimmy G from the 49ers. Yep. Okay. See how far I'm up on.
Yeah, I don't know. I think their defense is pretty good. Now they're gonna have to see what Jimmy G does with their offense.
Then we got the bye week. In November, we're at the Chargers.
That's gonna be a game. I think that's gonna be a game. I think Justin Herbert's pretty good. They got a good defense.
Right.
Plus, they already play in a tough division with Kansas City and the Raiders and Denver.
So week 11, right before Thanksgiving, we got the Bears at home. I don't think the Bears are going to roll over. Or is that Thanksgiving? No, that's not Thanksgiving.
No,
Packers
that's the
is
Sunday
Thanksgiving.
before.
It's Sunday before, yeah. I don't think the Bears are going to roll over.
No, I think that's going to be a good game, especially with Justin Fields going into his second year. He's probably learned a lot from what he did last year, so he might be improved, but we'll have to see.
Okay. And then Thanksgiving, we got the Packers.
I think we're gonna beat the Packers on national television.
Okay. Well, I have a good friend of mine that would always mess with me about it being the annual beatdown of Detroit on national television.
They almost beat the Bills last year on Thanksgiving.
Well, there's
That was
a
close.
lot of those Thanksgiving Day games that were almost.
Yeah, that one was close. That one came down to that field goal.
Then we have the Saints
That's gonna be a good game.
down in New Orleans.
They have Derek Carr. They got a good offense. Their defense is pretty decent.
Okay. Then we have the Bears in December. And
And that's in Chicago.
That's
gonna be
Yeah,
that's gonna be a cold one.
that's going to be pretty chilly, is in my opinion.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a cold one.
Then it looks like the Broncos is a flex schedule
I kind of want to see how that's gonna go with Sean Payton.
at Ford
See what
Field.
he does.
because it says TBD. So I think those are flex. It'll be
Yeah, that's probably depending on how their season goes, our season goes, the Viking season goes,
yeah.
and stuff like that. Well, we played the Vikings 2 times out of the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, so we got the Vikings on week 16 in Minnesota. And then week 17, we got the Cowboys in Dallas. You
think,
have nothing to say about the Cowboys?
Not nice to say. I think we're gonna take that revenge from last year.
I'm not a big Cowboys fan, never have been.
Yeah, that revenge from last year is gonna feel
And then
sweet
we
this
got the
year.
Vikings again, and it's another flex schedule. So we'll see what the NFC North is going to look like
Oh yeah.
by the end of the season.
Oh yeah.
So that's the schedule for this season.
It's gonna look pretty good.
Normally what I do is I usually go through the schedule and just look at the teams, even if I don't know.
I don't even know who they're playing this week.
And even if I don't know much about them, I'm like, okay, this is a win. This is a win. This is a maybe. This is a win. This is a maybe. That's kind of what I do,
Yeah.
because I don't know a whole lot about the other teams that until we actually see them play.
The Seahawks got the Rams this week.
So we'll
They're
just have to
probably-
watch on Sunday to see what's
They're probably gonna beat the Rams.
going on there.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to be shaking the cobwebs off because some of the starters started preseason and some of them didn't play during preseason. Just like the Lions last night when they went out there and went 3-and-out because they hadn't been in a game situation since last season, the starters. So they looked a little rusty, but
Oh yeah.
it looked like it didn't take them too long for them to knock some of that rust off and
Nah.
get back to
They still got to convert some of those third downs, though.
Get back.
They convert those third downs. More points on the board.
well, there you go. That's the name of the game. Okay. I think this will be the end of this edition of Coffee with Grumpy with my son Josh talking football. So we will talk to you all later.